Hello and welcome to the Play of Life Digital. Many people know the Play of Life using figures from the Playmobil figures. But now the Play of Life has evolved into a digital format. The Play of Life itself is an evolution of psychodrama. Psychodrama was created by Jacob Levi Moreno in an amazing transformational way of doing psychotherapy. That instead of talking about issues, he said, let's live them out, enact them. So in psychodrama, the person, instead of talking about an issue they have with the father, with the mother, with somebody, they use auxiliary egos. Usually it's done in a group situation. And on the stage, the people start playing the roles, enact the roles of each one, and the person, instead of talking about an issue, is living it and sharing with others in this active interaction. And in that interaction, they learn what is happening and they understand their internal feelings and emotions. This is a fantastic way of doing psychotherapy. I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a psychodramatist. And from there, I evolved into another method that is called the Play of Life. The Play of Life, that many people already know, uses small figures. These small figures are used, one of the best figures we have are the Playmobil figures, where instead of using a big stage where the psychodrama happens, we use a small stage when everything happens in a miniature. The Play of Life used to be called Le Petit Psychodrama. The Play of Life is like a mirror of our soul, a mirror of our relationships, a mirror of our feelings and actions. In the same way that I cannot see my face and I need a mirror to see myself, to see what's happened, to see my blemishes and to see how beautiful I am. I need a mirror to see the good and not the very good, because I cannot see it myself. In the same way, we cannot see our emotions and behaviors. So we need a mirror. The Play of Life is that mirror. And have you ever been in a situation where you say something and the person says, why you're so angry? I say, I'm not angry. Why do you do this? I'm not that. It's because what we are presenting is very different sometimes what happened inside us, our intention. So our intention may have a shape, and we believe that we are doing that, but there is a gap often between the intention I have and what I do. So this is what happened in a case study that we present in our course, and there is a journal article about it. That is the case of Ruth and Amber. In that case, Ruth came to therapy and said, I don't know what happened with my daughter. I want to help her with the school, and every time I want to be helpful, to be an educated mother, a loving mother, she escapes. She runs away, and she doesn't want for me to help her. I think the daughter was around 13. And when she presented that in therapy and with her friends, I said, oh, it's her. It's because she's an adolescent and she doesn't want to accept your help. But she continued thinking, I'm doing a fantastic job, because she's looking at her intention. And this is what we usually do. There's a saying that says, we judge ourselves based on our intentions, but we judge others in what they do. The Play of Life helps us to clarify that. And this is what happened in the case of Amber. In the Play of Life, we have a magic word. And when Amber came to therapy and he said to the therapist or the coach, I have this problem with my daughter, Amber, the therapist, instead of saying it, tell me more about it, says, show me. And in that show me is where Amber is invited to use the Play of Life. I'm going to show you the way that it is done using the figures, but the more important thing would be today is to introduce you to the digital form. So to see the parallel work, the therapist said to Amber, show me Show me how you perceive the situation. So there is a template, and Amber said it's very simple. I just want to help her. So in the Play of Life course, we teach how to do all of this. Now we just to show it very quickly. And the person said, I am like this. I wanted to help her, but what she does is she is escaping to her room, and it's creating a lot of tension in my house. And even my husband, the father, is getting very annoyed by this tension that we are creating. In the Play of Life, we very often ask, and it's part of the training, this is what is happening. How would you like to happen? And this is interesting because that shows inside us what is our internal self. What we really are in that case. And she says what I'd like to do is let's have a figure. I like to sit. I like to be with my daughter instead of in that way. I just want to sit with my daughter side by side, and I really like to see her not so much as a little girl, but as a friend, as a even though I know that she's little, but also as somebody that we can share things together. Because I like for her to start feeling like she's a woman. Now she's becoming a woman. And I want to have this for her. But what is happening is the opposite. And we like to see if we can have an issue that we can share together. And in that sharing, we could have this type of conversations. And in that conversation, I would really like to be helpful. What did we say before? Intention and action. Her intention was to be of help to Amber, but in reality, what she did was very different. And only looking at this mirror that is the Play of Life allowed her to look at the figure from different angles. And when she put herself in Amber's shoes, that is called role reversal, she was able to see herself, and she saw that the mother was like imposing. And in that case, she was able to see the mirror show her, in this case, a blemish on the behavior. And this is one of the biggest powers of the Play of Life, insight. To enhance insight. And insight is the first step we need to facilitate behavioral change. So in the Play of Life course, we teach how to do all of these steps. But now that you saw the power of the Play of Life in enhancing insight to be able to facilitate and accelerate behavior, I would like to show you now how it works in the digital form. And then in the next video, I'm going to teach you to show you how to use it. So stay tuned. In the Play of Life app, after you subscribe to the app, and you'll receive a link, and in the link you open up this dashboard. This is the dashboard of the Play of Life Digital. As you can see, you have different tabs. One of them, there are 3 techniques. One is the This Is Me technique. There is a technique that shows the best and not the best of ourselves. The other one is that is the core technique of the Play of Life. That is the first step technique. And the other one is the Show Me, the more simple technique. That is just, as we mentioned before, when we say to somebody, show me how you feel. Show me that story. This is the Show Me technique. In the dashboard, we also have templates, and very importantly, we have the Open tab, because every work we do in the Play of Life, we can save it. So when I use the Play of Life with my clients digitally and online, I record the session. And that session, I say to the client that this is just for you. So the client can look at the whole story again, and then I send them the document for them to be able to open the Play of Life, and so they can play with it. But very importantly too, we are encouraging our clients for them to use the Play of Life themselves, because the Play of Life helps them to, instead of thinking what is happening in my life, to say, how does it look like? I like to have a look at that. Instead of the therapist saying, show me, the person said, I like to have a look at that. So the play of life is also a tool that helps the client, especially between sessions, to see how I'm going, and then how to prepare them sometimes for the session. And what we have here is, we have a dashboard, and in this case I'm going to open the show me, and we have and I like to show you the same situation that happened with Amber, Ruth and Amber, how it happened in the digital format. So instead of creating a new way of doing it, I'm going to show that in the next video. I'm going to show you how it looks like in the digital format. So in the digital format, in this case, I'm going to open the file that that is the situation I had with Amber. So I go with that is saved in my computer. And when I open it, it starts coming up into the stage. And this is magic, the Play of Life digital. So in this case, as I mentioned, I'm going to show you later on how to use it. But in this case, the same way, the same picture that we have with the figures is the same picture that we can use digitally. And in that case, Ruth created the picture, how she's trying to help, her intention in wanting to help Amber, but how Amber felt. And then it's their ability to be able to be in Amber's shoes. But look at the capacity of the player of the digital phone that is able to look at the situation in a three-dimensional way, and rotating the stage allows us to see ourselves from outside. How many times in our life we can see ourselves? I will repeat it again. The play of life is a mirror of our soul, a mirror of our emotions, a mirror of our behavior. And that creates an aha moment. Wow, this is what I'm doing. And in the digital format, she's also able to create the ideal picture, how she would like to feel, and to have the two stages, one besides the other, that the person is able to have a look from different angles and then do the therapeutic process. The important thing here is that the play of life can be used with any type of therapy. It can be used following the whole protocols of the play of life that are based on psychodrama and that are specific for the play of life, so the person can be a play of life practitioner. But many people, they are very familiar with their own schools of thought. Maybe psychoanalysis or group therapy, CBT, EMDR, positive psychology, or any type of counseling or coaching. The play of life can be what they need to be able to pause and to say to the person, instead of saying, tell me about, show me. And that show me, the person can have a picture. This is what is happening. And then the therapist, the coach, the educator can use that to use their own theoretical model to continue in that therapeutic process for the person. And as I mentioned before, what a tool for the client to be able to have a way to revisit the session, looking at that, and in that case, learning from the experience. And we teach in our course that for our behavior to change, we need to have first the insight, and then we need to have repetition, consistency for a period of time. So looking at this picture again help us in that process that is called neuroplasticity and allows the client to use it themselves. So in the next video, I'm going to show you the ABC of the Play of Life Digital for you to be able to play with it. So stay tuned.